The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
First WWE pay-per-view following the retirement of Vince McMahon. Holy shit. Did this one go off without a hitch? Was it cheesy? Was it bussin'? We fading to find out. Welcome to episode 236 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie. Flying solo this week as Devin is dealing with a really gnarly-ass virus. It is not COVID, thankfully. He's tested 3 times and it's all negative, but it's definitely pretty bad. So you get to deal with my stupid ass for the rest of this episode, and I'm going to be talking about WWE SummerSlam 2022 from Nashville, Tennessee at the NISSAN Satadium. Holy shit, it was impressive looking. I really like the move of SummerSlam being in these big stadiums and shit, because SummerSlam has absolutely been a huge staple of the company. I mean, hell, it's one of the big 4. And if you listen to our Money in the Bank review, I guess it's a big 5 because Money in the Bank is now considered to be one of the bigger pay-per-views. I did not expect this pay-per-view to be as good as it was, honestly. A couple of stinkers as far as some of the match finishes go, but it is what it is. And coincidentally, both of those matches were less than 5 minutes. There were 8 matches on the card in total, so I'm just going to jump right in. This isn't going to necessarily be a full-ass review. It's just going to be my opinion on some of these matches and the entertainment value, the quality of the matches, etc., etc. You already know. You already know the drill. So here we go. I think the smartest move of the entire evening was opening with Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. Out of the times that they've wrestled one another, I think this was probably their second best match. This was a damn good opener, too. The crowd was 100% behind Bianca, who is the hometown hero here. Great back and forth. The finish was really good, and it began a setup for a babyface turn from Becky Lynch, which is sorely needed. I've enjoyed her heel run ever since she came back last year, but it's definitely time to book her in a babyface position, because we actually saw the return of Bayley, who has been out of action for as long as I can remember. It's been a fucking long time. And she came back with Dakota Kai, who was actually released in April from her contract, and I can tell you this right now. I'm pretty positive this has to do with Triple H, like, kind of taking the reins, which I fully expect the product to be so much better. And Io Sky, who was formerly known as Io Shirai. So this is an interesting looking stable. They came out to confront Bianca, and out of nowhere, Becky Lynch rolls in and has Bianca's back. And this is after they've already hugged in the ring, which again, that's the setup of the babyface turn, which I thought was sorely needed. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Now, you guys out there are probably going to think I'm ridiculous for saying this, but I got to be honest. One of the matches of the night for me, even though there were some sloppy moments, you've got to hand it to Logan Paul. Logan Paul and The Miz had almost a 15-minute match, and it was entertaining as hell. Logan Paul is really, really taking to this like a fish in water. Like, no shit. I already thought he was pretty decent at WrestleMania whenever they tagged together, but this it was really good, for him to wrestle The Miz. Obviously, Miz can make anybody he works with in the ring look good, but Logan is just a fucking natural, if we're being honest. I really feel like if he sticks with this and he really puts in the work and he really trains hard, I'm not even shitting you when I say I think he could be not one of the greatest, but he's definitely got so much fucking potential. Like, the dude is already jacked. He's really athletic, and he gets it. He just fucking gets it. Anyway, Logan Paul goes over The Miz, which there was a crazy fucking spot where he hits a frog splash from the top rope to the outside on the announce table with The Miz on it. And I'm not going to lie. About halfway through that jump, I was like, oh shit, he's going to fucking break something. Well, he broke the table. I mean, I wasn't wrong there, but I mean, and his fall was broken, so I'm doubly not wrong there. But it was fucking great. Miz sold like a champ. Great fucking match. Logan Paul wins by pinfall, and I'm kind of interested to see where Logan goes from here. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I did not give a flying fuck about this next match because I already knew the finish. I already know who was going to fucking win. And it's Bobby Lashley defeated Theory by submission for the United States title. And it was like less than 5 minutes. And I barely paid attention. Like, that's the sad part about this. I am not invested in Theory whatsoever. I don't fucking like the dude. Like, I literally don't like him. And it's actually a little funny. I'm curious to see what they do with him now that McMahon's gone, because that's kind of his little golden boy. And now he's just kind of there. And he deservedly got submitted by Lashley for the finish. So that was that match. Moving the fuck on. The Judgment Day versus the Mysterios in a no DQ tag match. This was actually a pretty entertaining fucking match too. Mysterios went over, but to me, this match was really about setting up Edge's return, which he came out to a really cool remix of the Brood's music. And he had this badass like red leather jacket with some spike looking stuff on it. And he cut his hair, he shaved his beard a little bit, and he looks better, honestly. He doesn't look as old like with this fucking look. It's kind of weird. He de-aged a bit doing this. Anyway, he comes to the ring, whoops the shit out of Finn Balor. Damian Priest helps the Mysterios win. So now it seems like we're going to be getting Edge and the Mysterios continuing the feud against the Judgment Day. However, I'm very curious because there are only two dudes in the Judgment Day. Who are they going to get to be their third man? Because it's a trio of people versus just Balor and Priest. I mean, Rhea Ripley's there. I'd love to see her do it, just whoop the shit out of the dudes, because she fucking could. But that remains to be seen. Moving on to the next match, which had no business being as good as it was either. Again, Pat McAfee put a hell of a performance on at WrestleMania this year, and I think he is yet another person who just takes to this fucking business like a fish to water. He's so good. Pat McAfee beat Happy Corbin in a singles match. It was a little over 10 minutes long. I'm not really a fan of Baron Corbin. However, I will say this has been his best work. To me, this Happy Corbin thing has probably been his best work. And you can't deny, even though I'm not a fan, you can't deny the fact that Corbin is somebody who is going to just, whatever you give him creatively, he's going to make it work. And he's good. He's good at it. I'm not denying the dude is good. I don't really care for him. However, Pat McAfee goes over by pinfall, and again, fucking impressive. Some really cool spots in this match. Corbin selling his ass off, putting Pat McAfee over like a goddamn champ. And I've got to just say this. I love, love, love how enthusiastic Michael Cole is every time Pat McAfee does something like this. And dare I say, as far as WWE programming goes, since Lawler and Ross, I feel like McAfee and Michael Cole probably are the best commentary duo right now. They're so fucking good, and they have such great chemistry. And it's cool because you can see like the actual friendship show through the story. You love to fucking see it. It makes you invest in it even more. So Pat McAfee goes over Happy Corbin in about 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Moving on to the tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship, it is the Usos versus the Street Profits, and Jeff Jarrett is the referee. Again, the Usos and the Street Profits have been wrestling one another for quite some time, and they never, ever miss. Like, these two teams, I could watch wrestle for fucking ever. They're so good against one another. It's honestly like a natural rivalry. But the Usos keep going over. Like, of course they won this match. They're part of the bloodline. I'm very interested to see how they continue the Street Profits, because there's been a lot of talk of splitting them up and giving Montez Ford a really big singles run. I didn't really mind seeing Jarrett as the special guest referee. It definitely added to it because he's from Tennessee and all this other shit. But I mean, it is what it is too. The Usos beat the Street Profits, of course. But again, I think this is really setting up the Profits to split, because they can't beat the Usos, and you know one of them is going to blame the other one for this shit. Moving on to match number 7. Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. Now, this was the shortest match of the night, literally by 10 seconds following Lashley in Theory. Okay, so I have a big problem with this match. There's a bunch of shit that I've got an issue with as far as this match goes. It made Morgan completely weak looking, which is really shit considering the fact that the company is getting behind her. She's been moving merchandise since she's been champion. The crowd really loves her. Well, I mean, as of tonight's SmackDown, that may have been a big fucking mistake, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But Liv Morgan beats Ronda Rousey in about 4 minutes, 35 seconds. And Rousey dominated her for this match. I mean, she worked her arm pretty much the whole fucking time they were in there. And the finish, I'm telling you, I really, really feel like the crowd is going to turn on Liv Morgan. They already have. I'm recording this on a Friday night, okay? So she gets in the ring and the crowd is booing her, yelling, "You tapped out." There's a fucking "you tapped out" chant. Now you may be asking yourself, well, if Liv Morgan won and she tapped out, how the fuck? So Rousey has her in the arm bar. Well, Morgan stands up and rolls Rousey on her shoulders. Well, as Rousey gets counted 3 for the pinfall, Liv Morgan, between the second and third count, taps out, but the referee never sees it. So then Rousey gets pissed off and attacks Liv Morgan after the bell and attacks the referee after the bell. But I'm telling you, it made Liv Morgan look so fucking weak. If you plan on pushing her to the moon and she's moving merchandise, why the fuck would you make her look this weak? I don't understand the booking of this. Maybe there's something more to it that I'm not seeing just yet, but I really, really feel like they dropped the ball on this one. They really could have done that a lot differently if they wanted to. And they may have just fucking painted themselves into a corner. So we're going to take a quick break and I'm going to go figure out what the fuck they are doing with Liv Morgan's push and all this other shit. Because I think it's bullshit. Maybe I can talk to them. Maybe I can be like, hey guys, you fucked up. You done fucked up, Ron. I mean, I doubt I'm going to get in there. They're probably going to throw me out on my ass and I'm going to get arrested or some shit. I mean, if I come back from the break, you'll know I was successful. But until I do come back, if I do come back, you're listening to the Super Media Bros on the OddPods Media Network. Don't go anywhere or I will throw a steel chair into your fucking face. Hey, you right there.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you. Got Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely do if you haven't tried the best products from our sponsor, Manscaped.
Tell me more of this Manscaped you speak of.
Well, taking control of your bush is important. And their products are so good, you're going to be showing pride in your new bush-free yard. It's a fact that you're going to have the best-kept nut sack on the cul-de-sac. You can save big and be the most hygienic version of yourself by using our discount code SUPER for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Whether you're looking to go bald like an eagle or like Devin and I, or if you're just in need of a safe trim, Manscaped is dedicated to helping you level up your full body grooming game. And how do you do that? We recommend the Performance Package 4.0.
4.0?
4.0.
You mean they perfected what was already perfected 3 times?
Yes. Inside this package is the Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer is a bush's worst nightmare. It's like worse than Freddy Krueger. However, unlike his razor gloves, this trimmer is designed to reduce grooming accidents and shave hair on loose skin, thanks to a ceramic blade and their advanced skin-safe technology.
No blood?
No blood.
That's a game changer.
Absolutely, it's a game changer. There's also no need for night vision goggles because this trimmer has an LED light to allow you to mow your lawn in the dark.
Does it have a magnifying glass? My pee-pee is very small.
It's basic landscaping, dude. So when you trim the hedges, the tree stands taller. You're not going to need that magnifying glass anymore.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna need it. Sometimes I piss on my sack because I got tall balls.
Well, the second best tool in the performance package is the Weed Whacker. I know what you're thinking. You won't lose any more length. This is a fine-tuned nose and ear hair trimmer that will make sure those nasty nose pubes are under control. Need some pep in your step? Instantly add some with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Spray-On Testy Toner. You can make those tall balls shine. When you purchase this performance package, you're going to get 2 free gifts. The Shed Travel Bag and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped Boxers. because when you have a package this nice, you gotta gift wrap it. They have a bunch of other products on the website to help you maximize your confidence and grooming game as well. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. You know, Kate Bush may be trending at the moment, but your bush needs some help. Again, get 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using our code SUPER. It's time for you to level up from the Amazon to the Amadong with the ultimate bushwhacking tools from Manscaped.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
Support for today's episode comes from True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or they look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. For a limited time only, get 25% off with our code SUPER at trueclassic.com. Almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs, but, you know, most of us are not packing anything but a few beers. Guys, look, you're wearing the wrong clothes. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt that you can confidently throw on. I would know, I'm a fellow big dude, and so always finding the right size shirt was a little difficult, but I don't have to worry about that anymore because with True Classic tees, it fits just right. Not only are you finally getting a t-shirt designed for the male body, but the first thing that you'll notice out of the box is how soft it is. Get ready to make a thrift shop run because you won't be able to go back to cheap materials once you try this stuff. True Classic does not just stop at tees. They're also your one-stop shop for other men's essentials. Super easy and simple to fill out your wardrobe, from polo shirts to workout shirts with the same flattering fit, to boxer briefs designed with a pouch to keep your bulge nice and comfortable. All their gear is top-notch quality at reasonable prices. They have this really dope pack builder on the website where you can custom bundle all the essential products that you need, and you can save even more on the discount that we're going to offer for you today. And for all the big boys out there, they have long body options for the tall dudes and up to triple extra large on their staple colors. So whether you've got abs or flabs, their clothes are going to look great on all body types. Stop beer belly shaming with better clothes. Yes, dads, listen up. The ladies listening know exactly what we're talking about too. Big dudes, small dudes, my dudes, True Classic Tees has you covered. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic Tees. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with our code SUPER. Free shipping's included on purchases over $100. It's a 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you. All right, and we're back. And I'm going to talk about the main event, which this has been, I know we kind of shit on Brock and Roman every fucking time that they wrestle each other. I mean, for fuck's sake, Devin and I saw them at WrestleMania in New Orleans. And I'll be honest, I was expecting the same fucking match that we always see. When they wrestled at WrestleMania, we called it before it even happened. Superman punch, suplex, Superman punch, F5, spear, 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 barricade spot. I can tell you right now, this match has been their best because there was not a barricade spot. In fact, I can't even fathom that I actually was looking forward to this match because of the last man standing stipulation for the Undisputed Universal Championship. They've not done a last man standing, which they needed to do this because it gave them so much playroom without any rules, and they could go anywhere. They didn't have to set up a pinfall. They could just drop one of the fuckers and just leave. Like, they could drop each other and just walk and wait for a 10 count. And you knew some shit was going to go down because Brock, like, driving this big ass front loader tractor to the fucking ring. Like, Jesus Christ. And I can't lie. They beat the piss out of each other in this match. There were a lot of floor spots where they just took flatbacks and suplexes on the fucking padding outside the ring, which there's no way that doesn't hurt. Suplexes, fucking tables, stairs. Hell, at one point, Lesnar lifts the fucking, I'm not even shitting you, he lifts up the fucking ring with this front loader with Roman in it, and I swear, like, I cackled laughing at the bump that Roman took because it looks so funny. He, you know, between that bump and the time when Paul White as the Giant in WCW fucking, like, tried to shake and move the ring with Scott Hall in it, and he was just, like, fucking, like, flailing around like an idiot or whatever, and he just, like, he definitely was not selling that great at all. But Roman just fucking flatbags and just derpy rolls out of the fucking ring. And dude, the crowd was so into this spot. I mean, everybody was into this fucking spot. It was really cool. And he just leaves the ring up in the fucking air. Now, I gotta say, even though that there were a lot of video walls and shit in this stadium, I feel bad for anybody that bought fucking floor seats on that side of the ring because they couldn't see shit. I kind of figured it was going to happen this way. Like, the Usos show up and they all commence to taking their shots at Brock. I mean, Theory even comes out at one point, stupid motherfucker, even comes out at one point with his dumb briefcase and gets his ass handed to him. And yeah, fuck him. Heyman takes a fucking F5 through the announce table. And then this is where we get like, oh, spear, punch, blah, blah, blah. I really thought they were going to do the barricade spot here, and then I was proven wrong, and I was so happy to be proven wrong. I've never been more happy to be proven wrong in my entire life. So the match ends with the Usos and Roman. Now, this was kind of funny. Roman looks at this title belt before he hits Lesnar in the face with it, and he's just like, go away. Don't come back. You're not welcome here anymore. And he just pelays the piss out of Lesnar. And then they commence to burying Lesnar under pieces of the announce table, the timekeeper's table, the timekeeper's chair, the fucking stairs by the ring. Like, anything you can think of, they fucking threw it on him. And the ref counted to 10. And Roman Reigns remains your undisputed WWE Universal Champion. I realize this is kind of a short review of this pay-per-view, but I'll be quite honest with you. There wasn't a lot to pick apart, really. And if this is the way some of these pay-per-views are going to be now that Vince McMahon's gone and Triple H has more of a say-so in creative, I'm actually going to be looking more forward. I'm actually going to be looking more forward to seeing how everything else plays out. The next WWE pay-per-view or premium live event, I believe, is Clash at the Castle. And it's the first time they've gone to the United Kingdom for a pay-per-view, and I don't know how long. It's been forever. We may or may not cover it in its entirety, but I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about it at some point in the future. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Buy some merchandise. Leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, or GoodPods. You can leave individual ratings and reviews on GoodPods, and it really, really helps out. Hell, any review that you leave helps us out. It helps us be more visible, and more people can find us and listen to us, and all that jazz. I know I mentioned buy some merchandise, but look, y'all, it's fucking August. You know it's hot as balls outside right now, so buy a fucking tank top. You know you want to show off your guns. It's almost the end of summer. Make that last effort to show them guns off. And wear us on your man titties, or wear us on your titties, or just wear us wherever you want. And if you don't want to buy a tank top, buy a t-shirt. Just, yeah. Or you know what? Fuck that. Buy a koozie. We have koozies. You can drink a beer. You can drink a cold beer. And it won't get hot because we're around it. I'm going to shut up about that now. Thinking we're going to come back with a Cult Cinema Showdown next week. It's been quite some time since we've done a Cult Cinema Showdown. Hell, I want to say it's been well over a month. And I know we missed Shark Week by a fucking mile with this one, but we're going to be doing Jaws versus Piranha, and I cannot stress enough. Do not. I repeat. Do not go in the water. Just don't do it. Unless you want to fin up your ass or to be chewed to death by a bunch of fucking little fish. I'm just saying. If you're still with me, thank you. I'm pretty positive that I've wasted at least close to maybe like 20-something minutes of your time. However, if you enjoyed this episode, thanks for giving me a chance on a solo one. It's very rare, but it does happen from time to time. Send Devin your well wishes. This motherfucker needs it. He's sick as fuck, and I'm about to start fucking making commercials that you can donate like 5 cents a day to this poor little bastard to get better. If you donate just 1 nickel every day, you can feed a poor, hungry, sick Devin and help him to get back to his podcast position here at the Super Media Bros. So do me a big favor and go follow him at Dabruh007. That is DABRUH007 on Instagram. And just leave him some love. Just go comment on any of his pictures and be like, dude, Richie was talking some mad shit about you, but he loves you, and so do we. He made you look like one of those sad fucking motherfuckers that just needs that money. He made you look weak. I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. This has been the review of WWE SummerSlam 2022, episode 236. Until next week, I'm Richie, and for Devin, shades on. We're off.